News.
DualShock 4 will be compatible with the PC at launch. Let me just get the desert scene on my head. The DualShock 4 controller will be compatible with the PC at launch. They didn't say if there's going to be an adapter needed, but that's still an interesting thing.
Bluetooth, I'm guessing.
I assume so, but a lot of desktops don't have Bluetooth.
Thank God. I mean, you know me, I'm buying the PS4 so I can have the controller and play on my PC.
That's what I was doing.
You know what I use the PS3 controller for with my computer emulators? The best D-pad you can buy.
Yep.
It's the PS4 or the PS3 controller.
Yeah. Yeah, the third-party ones are pretty bad.
D-pads. Yeah, but they don't make a USB or a Bluetooth controller.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you count the Wiimote, but that's not great.
No, the Wiimote has a bad D-pad.
Yeah.
It's too small.
Mm-hmm.
The
That's
Wii U,
what she said.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of women that would agree. But that's a good point, Jason. Thanks for pointing that out. That's not just a masculine thing.
Boom, roasted. Next.
What I
Nate. Next story. The Xbox One DVR will automatically record your achievements when they unlock. That's an awesome feature because I think that's going to make Achievement Hunter's job supremely easy.
I would have
No,
loved
'cause
it for Lollipop Chainsaw.
it's
an
not-
achievement for looking up.
It's
her
not
skirt.
recording all the achievements. It's recording the ones that the developers program it to automatically record.
Get.
Yeah, because I mean, there's some dumb ones. Like I remember the Simpsons game, wasn't there? Where like press start and you got an achievement.
Yeah.
I would love it to
So
record that.
So those it's
You're,
gonna,
you're,
would. The
and then do
Simpsons
voice.
game
Do
would
voice.
record that.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. The Simpsons game would totally do that.
Is it actually supposed to be for ones that are programmed to do that, or is it supposed to be for?
I was
all
trying
of
to
them?
explain it.
You can just keep talking.
So those, it's obviously going to skip when there's something cool, like an actual achievement that they think you'd want. Those it'll record. Like
I'm assuming not like the you finish this chapter one, but like
no, because I don't know. Those will be up to them. But if there's some sweet like triple headshot sniper kill, it'll record that one.
okay.
The question is, how easy is it to delete them? Because that can flip your hard drive pretty quickly if you're an achievement hunter.
Cloud storage.
Are the DVR stuff, is it all uploaded to the cloud?
No,
I don't think so.
I didn't think your.
That would
face
take up space
was in the
really
cloud.
quickly. My face is
Be
not
bigger
in
than
the
YouTube.
cloud. Actually, it probably is.
Yeah. CAA's got it.
It is because I have a picture of
FBI.
you in some of my iCloud.
FIB.
Naked
Naked.
Well,
in a beanbag chair,
otherwise it shouldn't be on the
You okay,
internet.
Tony? You seem sad.
eating Cheetos.
You okay? Was Walking Dead that bad to you?
It was pretty bad.
Was it
Awful
really?
episode.
I haven't watched it yet.
There's
Worst
no,
episode of the show.
There's no Game of
Really?
Thrones. I'll tell you what.
It was bad.
See, okay, I've read the books, so I know what's going to happen this next season. I can't wait to see this season of Game of Thrones. That's all I'm going to say.
More news!
Nerds.
Injustice gets an Ultimate Edition that will come to PC, next gen, and current gen.
No,
Not
no,
Xbox
no
One.
Xbox One.
At least not announced yet.
I would assume it'd have to
cares?
be at this point, though.
It's not coming to Xbox One.
You think so? No.
Support your
It's a
local
deal.
game studio.
It's like I can't wait to get a PS4 so I can play Injustice
To play last gen games.
next gen version.
It's all the launch lineup is
Visually, it
anyways.
could be very interesting. Fighting games tend to be able to pull off better stuff visually because there's so much less going on. So it could be visually could look really good. But who knows? Yeah, until it actually hits.
Meh.
I'll pick this up after a few weeks, probably on Vita, because it's already $40, which is gonna be cheaper than everybody else, and then it'll get a huge discount because all Vita games do because they don't sell, and then probably pick this thing up 2 weeks after it launches with all the DLC for like $20.
Really good story.
Vita story? Oh,
It's
his
cool because
story.
they're actually changing the game because they're gonna use the touchscreen.
Here's September.
Oh boy.
September 2013 was the worst month in Vita history.
September
Because,
what?
Really?
Yeah. After the price drop.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Really?
Yeah. It was awful.
I didn't think they released the numbers yet. Where'd you see them? VG charts, the one and only, the completely inaccurate bullshit. Yeah, okay.
Actually, it was VG charts.
I would trust Wikipedia more than I
Sony
trust
does
VG
release their
charts.
numbers, and when the Sony releases them, I list. I didn't think they released September yet.
August was bad too.
They're all bad. If the thing sells a few thousand units.
No, but well, look,
They're close enough
I
to
think
slap each
VG
other.
charts is consistently inaccurate. So if it's like 40% below, I don't think it's gonna be 90% above the next month.
It's just always below. You're saying they're always 40%.
I don't really think they're as off as people think. You know,
Well, they use an algorithm to guess.
no, they use hard data for a lot of things. Like, I know their pre-order numbers. They use hard data because they work with like GameStops and such. But,
GameStop doesn't work with anybody.
yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
they do.
No, they don't.
That's predominantly their pre-order numbers. That's why they only have them
They
in.
don't tell anybody shit.
They're publicly traded. They have to. They
Shut
wanna
up,
get their
Brian.
people out there.
Boom, roasted. Next, we got Activision Blizzard finally completed its buyback from Vivendi. Vivendi is now a minority stakeholder, I believe now. I think they're down to like 24% of the company or something like that. Fun fact: Activision Blizzard, $6 billion company, basically. Crazy, right?
Eh.
Madness.
Madness. Nothing. No one. Moving on.
Good for them.
Well-
I'm happy to see them get a controlling,
Stakeholder.
in
How's-
their company. It's good for
How's
them.
Diablo 3 doing on console? Is it
Very
doing
well.
It's gotten very good
Got very
reviews.
good reviews. Got
It's
better
doing
than
very
the
well.
PC reviews.
Oh yeah, I thought about picking it up.
From what I remember, we can't keep it in stores, but that's not saying much when they're sending us 3 copies a
at
week.
time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, that's what was happening with Payday 2. That game sold like ass, but when they send us 2 copies in, and they're gone that day,
It seems
and then
like
we have
the
to
best
wait another
seller.
week for next week's shipment, and those 2
Yeah,
copies are
technically
gone.
we probably only did sell probably about 10
20
to 20
copies?
copies of Payday
But it was
2.
constantly out of stock because
Yeah.
they weren't sending them to us. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Either
So
way,
I
the
don't know
game
how
made money.
I don't know how well Diablo 3's selling. They send us their 2, 3, and they're gone. But it's not saying a whole lot. I don't know.
True.
Because WoW was starting to lose popularity heavily, isn't it? Didn't they lose like 1 million subscribers or something?
Diablo.
Like
They
that?
do it all the
Diablo
time,
is
though.
getting
Yeah.
killed.
I wouldn't even worry about it. WoW, that just seems to happen with them. They're up and down all the
Yeah.
freaking
I
time.
can see that.
Speaking of MMOs,
Oh yes.
Missing Worlds Media, they hit their goal.
400,000, I think they're about to hit.
They're at 420,000.
Okay, they did hit over it.
They're
Okay,
like
that was this morning. So
15,000 away from their
Stretch
third
goal
stretch
3.
goal, which is Mac OS version of the game.
Have they announced the method of payment for ongoing? Is it going to be free to play or is it going to be?
It's gonna be a freemium, so
Freemium,
you'll be
okay.
able to play it for free or subscription based. And there's some type of legacy thing that they're setting up for previous City of Heroes players.
Interesting.
They haven't said what yet. They'll announce that after the Kickstarter stuff.
nice. More news.
More news!
Steam is going to hold a developers conference in January, and it's going to let developers try out the Steam operating system, Steam boxes, and controllers.
Are you going, Mark?
Already invited.
So you going?
That will see.
Where's that?
That one I don't know yet. I don't know if they have that scheduled. I actually don't know if they had in the news article. I don't think they actually posted where it's at yet. I think it was just announced that it is happening. I did terrible news this week, so don't even bother
You should
with
go,
me.
Mark. The forward compatible correspondent.
I'm very curious about that controller.
Yeah, it's a nice looking controller.
Go touch it.
That's the only way you can
I
do
wanna Put
it.
my hands all over it.
Control
Eat
my.
some Cheetos first, just to screw the person behind
Uh,
you.
That'd be the
I'm not
worst.
that evil.
I
Only a
am.
little evil.
Some fucking
I'm
pizza and
I'm
some
betting they
Cheetos.
wipe them down regularly.
Oh yeah, I want
You
that
kind of
job.
have to.
Where are we going with this? More news!
More news!
Wii U sales rose
falling asleep.
685% since Zelda release in the UK.
What happened?
you-
Prediction: it'll go down 600. How many? 100%?
685.
Whatever that
1%.
percentage is, it will have the
But-
inverse next month or
Okay.
next week or whenever.
You don't- you don't
That's
think it'll-
a-
you don't think
that's
it'll
a
be
percentage
minus
up
2%
for-
or like 2% more than before.
No, it'll be just like the Vita, where the price jab happened. Everybody bought it for that week, maybe the next week.
It was
then-
those people holding off and buying it $50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not enough software's coming out. I mean,
No, I agree. I do agree. It's unfortunate.
My last news story of the week, because today and this whole week sucked. Popular Mechanics magazine named the Xbox One one of the top 10 products coming out this year.
I have a piece of news that's not on that list, as I mentioned. Dust Force is coming to Xbox and PS3. Check it out when it comes out.
If you want to be a janitor, and you need a janitor.
It's janitor
simulator.
action.
You need a janitor.
think like I don't even know how to think a platformer with janitors. So you had to like bounce off the walls and sweep the walls and the ceiling. It's more fun than it sounds.
That's
It
how
already
bad.
sounds awesome, right? It totally does.
That is just the perfect way to end how bad news was this week. Actually, there's a better way. Daniel Letterman! All right, move on to whatever we do next.
I actually wanted to do another Fireside Chat.
We need a theme for this.
He threw one in there this week. I got the idea, and we already have another one for next week too now, because I really actually enjoyed when I was watching what we did with the Nintendo last week. So I figured this week we'd all take control of Microsoft.
Okay.
Take it by the balls.
Ooh.
So you get so to refresh everybody's mind from last week, Microsoft calls us tomorrow. Says, man,
How to get the call? Sorry.
we don't know what we're doing anymore. We need your help. You have full control of the company. What do? Do you change a few things around? Do you completely do a 180 with the company? Do you stay the course because you think they're doing well? What do you do? And we're gonna narrow it down. We're talking specifically about the Xbox brand. I don't care about Windows or fucking Zune or any of that shit. We're talking about Xbox. So you got
Zune.
So you got in complete control of the Xbox division. Were you here for the Nintendo one?
I was not, but I did listen to it.
Okay.
Yay, Brian, listen.
You want to start?
I'll begin.
That's a Venture Brothers shirt.
It is. Now in glorious extra color. This is the reason I joined the Venture Brothers Shirt Club and got other shirts. Some of which were nice and some of which were lame. Was for this shirt. Sorry.
I think unlike Nintendo from last week, Microsoft's in a weird situation because while I think they could change a lot of things, they run the risk of changing because they've just changed so much and they've gotten sort of criticized for it. I don't think they can't like overhaul certain aspects of their, I guess, gaming division right now. I mean, they need to stay the course, let the council release and go with it. Like, for example, if they were to cut the price or drop the Kinect, which I'm sure everybody's going to say drop the Kinect requirement, it would be like
He's reading my mind.
some people will be like, "Oh, yay, they're dropping it." But then other people, I think maybe the core there's almost a degree of uncertainty with what they're doing at this point. Like, what are they keep implementing strategies and then they say, yeah, forget about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, if you're a big supporter of a company, it seems you'd want to have at least some sense of that they have some sense of direction.
Right.
I'm sure they do, and a lot of the things that they've done flip around with are not really that relevant or won't be that relevant in the long run. But I don't know if I'd change too much. I mean, they're going to get killed next year with the price. It's just too much money. No console has ever sold at $500. Period. You know, and the Xbox One will not be that one exception. I mean, they're gonna need to lower the price. I think they can gouge the core because
For a while, 6 months or a year or something.
no, I think the system will be dead in February and March. I don't think anybody will be buying the system. The sales are gonna plummet. Like. Maybe not like Vita and Wii U numbers, but low, like
360
really
will still outsell it.
I think 360 will outsell the
For the first
one
few months.
for February, March. Maybe they'll get a boost with like Titanfall, but I mean, I think that's I don't know. I don't think they have the software really to get people to go out and buy the system. I mean, their software sellers are coming out this year.
Yeah, and I mean, no
Call of
console
Duty, really.
ever has as many titles as they think they do when they launch.
So
Or quality-wise.
it's going to come down to price. I really think so. I mean, I really do. And I don't think they can... It's the Kinect thing, you know, because they can't just keep Kinect and drop it to 400 and take a huge loss. I don't think they're willing to do that right now.
And they've invested so much in Kinect already that they've either got to stick with it or forget about it forever.
When do you guys want to go next?
We'll go next.
So,
This is Microsoft calling. What the fuck can we do? Our company is in the shitter. I have nothing else for that. Anyway,
what's up?
the only thing I would really have for Microsoft is I would personally drop the Kinect. I don't think it's working for them. I think I would... It's in my ass.
So am I.
Anywho, I say drop the Kinect. I would much rather have them give more support to tablets than a Kinect. I don't prefer either or, but if they had to go one direction, I think tablets have a better outlook than the Kinect will. Essentially, though, my only real thing for them is they need a bunch more software, first-party stuff, because they can get some pretty awesome studios and some really good games, but they've kind of run their course, and a lot of them are on the downward spiral of nothing selling like it used to. You had Judgment, who definitely didn't help the cause. You had 4, which didn't sell as well. Could be a little bit because of the late generation, but so it wasn't even as good as ones before that. I think they need to break into a new IP, something interesting, something good.
Right?
Halo 4, what is it?
Did you say 4? You meant Halo? Okay.
Yeah.
And Gears. Okay.
Yeah, Gears Judgment. The last games of the series were definitely kind
Fable.
of
Throw that in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's been on there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you need to get another two, maybe even 3, franchises going, or just get a few good studios under your belt just to make stuff. Like, one of the good things I think they did was pick up Red Links, and they also picked up, well, that's under by Ubisoft, but this has got exclusivity rights, and Twisted Pixel. So there's 2 really good indie developers. I think they have to get more of instead of going indie developers, get more of a AAA studio exclusive, whatever,
How about Titanfall? Isn't that exactly what you're asking for?
Yeah, but,
because that's also coming to PC and it'll eventually come to PS3. Or
there was
PS4,
also,
excuse me.
I heard rumors of that. Is that confirmed yet?
No, but it's going to.
Yeah,
It's not an
'cause
exclusive.
it's not
It's not an
exclusive.
exclusive game. It's timed. It's timed exclusive.
Yeah, so essentially you're getting a time thing.
It's a significant time exclusive, though.
Yeah, but still, I mean, they're going to sell it. If people know it's coming on the other system.
If it comes out in 2015 and on the PS4, nobody's going to care, I don't think.
If I don't have an Xbox, I'll buy it for PS4. But that's the only.
Depending on how it does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's the
a lot of
thing.
that's going to have
If
to
it's
do
a
with...
low 8 game or a mid 7 game,
Then no one's gonna care.
and it comes
That's
out
true.
6 months later, it's an irrelevant title.
Yeah. I don't think it will be. I think you're looking... I think this is one of those games that's going to have a long multiplayer life cycle. You can hope.
It's
What
all
game-
it has. It's a multiplayer-only game.
Yeah, I know, but
If
like...
the multiplayer dies, it's
That's what I mean, but longer than,
shit
like,
dead.
SOCOM. And,
Oh, yeah.
those multiplayer things were dead weeks afterwards. I think you're talking about... Call of Duty Modern Warfare numbers. I mean, that thing still is in the top 20
Well,
played.
you really think they can even think to expect those types of numbers for Titanfall?
A lot of people were really behind it,
I
and
mean,
it just
how many games are going to be
there's just nothing
drawing
like
the
it.
same numbers?
There-
Destiny's coming out a few months after it.
yeah. But
Call
you
of
had
Duty's
not
still there.
Call of
Battlefield-
Duty. When Call of Duty came out, there was nothing like that to compete with. Destiny, not Destiny. Titanfall has just not the same style, but the same thing with Titanfall. You got mechs. There's a lot more going on, I think, and I think it's already got a high level of polish, which makes it a lot different from other shooters that come out with a little bit of some bugs and whatever. Didn't come out as good as it looked. I'm hoping a lot of that was gameplay and not polished up cinematics already. But if it looks as good as they've been showing, I think it's one of those games that'll be up there for a long time. But that's just me. That's the only game really that on Xbox One that did impress me from really almost anything they've shown. So I hope for good things for him because it looked unique and cool. So. That's all I got.
Brian,
Studios.
so you have taken control of Microsoft. Go.
You got the call.
All right.
You got to get the call.
Staple shut the mouth of every executive. Staple it shut.
Deal. Oh.
Turn off their Twitter accounts. Take them off Facebook. Pull them off the internet for like a week.
A week?
Sit down.
How about till the council's launch?
And over that week, talk to them about what's appropriate to say to people and what's not. Because apparently they didn't take a class in that when they went to school.
You just have to learn to deal with it, Brian.
That's the first thing I would do. The second thing, honestly, I think the only thing Microsoft needs is to, and I think they've already started doing it. They're outreaching more to indies, and they're. I think that if it could be done in a reasonable amount of time, they should try to find a way to make PC games work on the Xbox One. They already got Windows running on it. They've said.
That's good.
I think that getting PC games to run on it, or finding a way to make it super easy to port so that every PC game can run on it easily, would be the thing they need to do.
Like a Steam app?
Yeah,
Yes.
Steam, Origin app.
Steam. So, I mean, I'm
Uplay.
guessing Steam or Origin would not show up on it. Because I don't think they're going to give you full access to Windows. I don't think it's straight up full on Windows.
Windows
I
RT.
just think
the
it's
worst thing we've
Origin's
ever
good.
made.
I don't see why not.
it's run by EA, and that's not owned by Microsoft.
Yeah.
Microsoft only wants their
Well,
own
it just
services.
They
Yeah,
still have a pretty good partnership.
You'd have pricing debate, like, or controversy with your own system. Like,
Yeah.
you could try to buy, just for example, Battlefield 4 from Origin could be a different price than
'Cause
Microsoft's
it's on sale
store.
already.
That would never
you
work.
already have that a little bit with some of the, and I know it's different, but with some of the different video
Yeah.
services that they offer
Yeah, but-
on the Microsoft
But
platform.
Microsoft isn't offering them. Those are like,
No, they are.
that's like Amazon competing with,
Hulu.
No.
Who-
But
yeah.
I'm saying, like,
No,
alright,
but Microsoft
for
sells
instance,
videos on the Xbox.
Yeah.
So that is
Yeah.
that's true.
This is the end.
That's
Is $5 on Xbox through the video marketplace.
right.
Amazon offers it for $250.
oh, okay. I didn't.
And when you
But-
search through Bing,
Mhm.
it shows you the multiple platforms
Mhm.
in which you can quote unquote rent it from.
But you have to be an Xbox Live subscriber to get to that Amazon.
Yeah.
So they're already getting your money for that anyway.
But I'm
anyway.
just generally speaking.
Yeah. I think that as much as it's frustrating to see Microsoft have the media push, I think it financially makes a lot of sense. So I might tone down the rhetoric of it a bit, but I wouldn't cut back the work that they're doing on it. But I do think that they need to find a way to get more games onto that platform quickly, because Sony's already said that we're all about the indies, and that even though Microsoft is putting forth more of that message, they didn't do it first.
No,
Sony
it-
gets the name for
Simpsons did it.
it. So,
Good.
yeah, I think that they need to find a way to get those Windows games on there. And considering it's an x86 platform, porting should be fairly straightforward. And it's
Yep.
Windows and x86. So, that's what I would probably do.
Microsoft.
Hmm.
I would,
Jeez.
Drop the Connect.
no, I wouldn't actually. I would drop the required Connect. I wouldn't drop the Connect. Microsoft's an awful big company. They're not stupid. All this shit's gonna make them oodles of fucking money. Same thing with like those fitness games that I give no fucks about. But they wouldn't keep making all these fitness games if they didn't sell an assload of money, considering the initial investment that you put into them.
And have you seen the
Go ahead.
fitness thing that are they building it in or something? They're got like Jillian Michaels doing that fitness thing.
Mhm.
Is that built into it, or is that just like something that they're downloading?
Yeah, you're
They
getting
said?
it free for 1 year with your Xbox Gold subscription, and then after that, if you like it, you can start paying monthly.
Subscription on top of subscription. That's
That's what they
the
want.
new
That's what they
thing they're
want.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna go.
I don't like it.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
Netflix is not free.
I looked that up.
Mhm.
It was free for a period of time.
Yeah. And then
A
went
very narrow period of
3
time.
days.
For the release of Arrested Development.
Arrested Development and Orange is the New Black. They did
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
I was
wait,
wrong
was
on that.
Netflix
to
doing
clarify.
that for free, or was that through Microsoft?
Microsoft.
Microsoft
Because I know
gave
that
it.
when you bought something, was it the Chromecast? I think they gave you like 6 months free of Netflix,
Yeah.
but they only bought like a certain number of like.
was the first
thing-
shipment.
It was like the first shipment, so everything past that didn't offer it. So yeah, I know they do stuff like that
Yeah,
sometimes. too.
Microsoft. Yeah.
Yeah.
They talked about dropping it, and then they did it they've done it like twice, I think, before they've dropped the requirement. It's been very short periods of time for.
They do it free weekends.
We'll do free weekends, but when they let you do like Netflix as well, it was like
Yeah.
a Netflix was the reason it's free this
Yeah.
weekend.
Arrested Development and Orange is the New Black. That'd be twice.
Sorry, Tony.
That was
What is-
weekends.
So
Don't,
I
get,
don't-
angry.
I
Don't
would-
get angry. Don't get angry. No, you're angry.
He's having a bad
Don't get
day.
angry. Don't do it. Don't. Continue.
so
Okay, sorry.
I would open that huge Microsoft wallet and just go start buying studios. You don't have to open anything new. You don't have to hire talent. You don't have to do anything. Just open your bank and buy pre-existing studios, make them first-party studios, and give them free reign. Let them do whatever it is that they do, because I'm not suggesting you just go buy any old company. You obviously want to buy a successful studio. There's plenty of them out there. Not indie games. Indie games will come regardless. They'll just come to you. I'm talking about
Like Bethesda.
AA and AAA and shit like that. Yes, go start acquiring studios.
Microsoft buys Square Enix.
Tons of them. Buy at least a dozen, and have them start pumping out first-party games to make your platform stand out more. Because of what technically they have 4 pillars, but if you ask me, it's only really 2 or 3. Because Fable's fallen so far down the ladder, it's ridiculous. And as big as Forza is, it's not. anywhere near like Gears or Halo in any respect, sales or just longevity or play everything about it. I'm a big fan of Forza, but most people it's just Gears and Halo. That's all Microsoft offers that nobody else does. That's really pathetic. So go buy a ton of studios. You don't have to do anything. It just costs some money, which they have. You don't need to micromanage. You don't need to be like, well, let's show you the exact direction that we need you to take this game in. Just let the companies do their thing, but make them only on your console permanently. None of this 2-week bullshit. None of this 1-month bullshit. Make them yours. You finance them. They'll sell more Xboxes because people will be more interested in those games. Maybe not all of them, but if you take an individual and of the 10 new titles that you acquired, 3 or 4 of them interest each specific person out of your arsenal, you're going to draw on more consumers that want your console. And then, everything trickles down from that. You got to offer stuff that nobody else does. I actually, as much as on a personal level, I disagree with pretty much everything they're doing with the Xbox. I wouldn't take any of it out if I had the control, because every one little thing could mean one more sale to, another person. And obviously you want to make the install base as big as possible. Like that fitness crap that I brought up earlier. It's not selling me the console, but it might sell 1 million people the console. The other 75 million, say this thing sells 75 million. 74 million might not care, but that one little option could have sold 1 million units. The Kinect could have sold another 1 million units. The NFL fantasy football thing could sell another 1 million units. And when you start adding them all up, that's a big fucking deal, because the core alone won't support it as much as we want to pretend it will. If it's just the 10 or 20 million that buy tons of games constantly, I don't think any system could flourish off that.
That's what the Wii kind of proved.
That's what I'm saying.
When the Wii was big, it's because everybody was buying a Wii. I was at a party last week for one of the superintendents of the head of curriculum from the school district that I work at, and they had a Wii in their basement for the kids, for family members. I don't know that they used it because they're older, but they had one.
Yeah.
You never would have seen a console in anyone's basement or in any older person's home before the Wii, or very rarely.
Yeah, but for me, like I was saying, the core is that 20, 25 million people or whatever that are going to buy your console no matter all this crap that's on there, because they want to just play games on the new sexy hardware. But you have to find a way to reach that other 30 or 40 or 50 million people, and that's what all that other crap's for. The only problem I have with it is making it mandatory. The Kinect did just fine, the first one, without making it mandatory. The thing still sold like 30 million units. Okay? So people want this crap, but there's no reason you should force it on the 40 million that don't want it.
How it's cold.
I know, I'm sorry. That was low. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah,
You're right. I would hate it because that would make me want to buy an Xbox, but you're right. That would boost our numbers. From a financial perspective, you're absolutely right.
Do you really think they need to do anything, though, before the new year, before...
I don't think there's anything they can do.
It's too
at this
late
point.
now.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm talking about the future for me.
Yeah.
What do you think they're going to do when, February, March comes around and the PS4 is outselling them 2-1?
It's hard to say because Steve Ballmer will be out by then.
I don't think he'll care. Obviously, it'll sting a little, but like, I don't think. I think the PS4 is gonna hand the Xbox One its ass. I really do. I'm not saying anything about that, but I think the Xbox will sell well enough for a decent enough amount of period. I think there'll be a drop off, like you were saying, but I don't picture it being as significant as you do. I think they'll have decently steady sales, and it'll be enough to keep them content. You got to look at it as a marathon, not a sprint. It doesn't matter if you pump 5 million consoles out in the first year and then stop. This is like an 8 or 9 year plan. You know what I mean? And if they have a rough 6 months, they have a rough 6 months. You just don't want to get stuck in what the Vita and the Wii U are, which is like a double-headed problem where there's no units out there, so people don't want to develop software for it. And because there's no software for it, nobody wants to buy the units. And then you have a bad conundrum on your hands. But as long as you're issuing steady content and the consoles are slowly moving, it'll pick up.
I think
The $500 is the backbreaker.
I think it's going to sell better than the PS3 did though. Only because there are so many people who have their Xbox Live accounts and will want to continue those accounts.
I don't think
You
it
don't
will.
think so?
I don't think it'll sell
Better than the PS3? At
I
launch?
don't think it'll sell better. No, I think
Really?
I think that's the target. I think it'll sell in the first 3 months. Yeah, it'll be right there. That after, I don't know what the exact.
I'm talking about like for like the launch.
I think the PS4 is going to
Yeah.
smash it.
Oh no, I think the
Oh,
PS4
no,
will outsell, but the PS3 did not do well at launch.
Right.
That's
And
what I'm
the
saying.
price.
Yeah.
I think the Xbox One will be after that initial batch,
Right.
that initial
Right.
those November, December, and lingering January sales. After those are out the window,
Oh yeah, then it's flatlining.
I think it'll be similar to 2007, February 2007 PS3 numbers as Xbox One numbers. And I think it'll face the same problem as the Sony did, where 2007, the first full year of the PS3, the PS2 was selling better than it.
Yeah.
And I think the 360 will sell better than the Xbox One.
Well, that's what they want everyone to buy anyway.
Gotta get rid of
They
them.
had that little. Oh look, we already make that console. It's the
Yeah.
360. Yeah.
Actually, they do. The 360 costs next to nothing to make, and they
Oh,
make
yeah, sure.
they make a huge profit.
Yeah.
Xbox Ones, they're going to be losing money.
No, I don't think they are.
They don't- yeah.
I think
No,
they
no,
said-
they're making money.
They said they're
on it.
making money on the
Yeah.
Xbox One.
Yeah.
Really?
It might be marginal, but
Just like Nintendo made money on the. I mean, technically, if they would have sold all the Wii U's they produced, they would have made money on the Wii U.
no,
Sony, I think, is
with
taking
one
them up.
with one software sale.
Was it with one software sale?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Even with the deluxe edition?
Yes.
Really? Okay, I thought the deluxe edition was making money.
No.
There's
No.
just
Okay.
a different paint color.
No, there's more memory in the game in it.
16
Don't forget
gigs.
about
16
the
gigs.
cradle.
That's why I thought-
16
that's-
gigs
that's
cost
why I-
$4.
you got
That's
that
why I
plastic
thought they were
cradle.
making money on it, because I thought that the base set was break even, because the pad is expensive. So I thought that the basic set was break even, and then the deluxe
That
edition
pad is expensive.
well, this one, yeah.
Sorry.
But,
That was a good one if you know what he's got from him.
So yeah, so I had assumed that that they were making money on the 350 model, because the stuff that's included isn't that expensive.
It's like
I
a
think
little
that was
cheap
the base
plastic cradle.
of
and-
that statement was if they buy the 350 model.
Yeah,
I don't think they did the same analysis with the $300 one at the time.
that could be. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Good Fireside Chat.